At Mount Sinai, what we have is, we have a generation of people who had been in captivity for 400 years and had forgotten about Yahuwah and his ways. They had been living in Mitzrayim for 430 years, and they had forgotten about the ways of Yahuwah. And now Yahuwah hears their cries as they are on the great burden in Mitzrayim, and he delivers them. And as he delivers them, he's now telling them, I have a place, I have a set-apart place for you. I have a special place for you. And these are my expectation of you when you come into the land. Oh, that's very interesting right here. That phrase is very interesting concerning Shabbat. When you come into the land. Because a lot of people teach about Shabbat, and they forget a phrase that we find all throughout the scriptures. They forget a phrase, and it's this little phrase, when we come into the land. What am I saying now? Not what I'm saying. I'm pointing to a phrase that's in the scriptures, and we're going to look at it in a little while. When you come into the land. Family, have you paid attention to that phrase in the scriptures concerning Shabbat? Have you really ever paid attention to that phrase? You see, that's an important phrase that's in the scriptures. But how many people? Let me ask another question, family. Every word that Yahuwah uses, are they strategic? In other words, does Yahuwah waste words, or should we take every word as important? When Yahuwah speaks, does every word communicate something? Every word is important. Absolutely. Every word is important. Every word communicates a truth. Every word. If it wasn't the case, then there would not be enough books to house Yahuwah's instruction for us, yet he was able to convey his truth to us in scrolls that we can carry around, but yet it addresses every situation in our life. How could that be? Because that's the richness of his word. There is no idle words used. Every word is important. Yahuwah is skillful using words. He is the word. So how can you try even to compete with the word, with the one that is the word? Imagine somebody trying to promote themselves as the greatest orator that ever lived, the greatest speech writer and the greatest speaker that has ever lived. And his foolish pride has brought him to a place where he wants to compare himself to the very word himself. Yahuwah. No man can go up against Yahuwah and win. So Yahuwah is skilled at using words because he is the word. So every word that Yahuwah speaks is of great importance. Every word that Yahuwah speaks is of great importance. So family, when you see the phrase in the scriptures concerning any instruction that Yahuwah gives, and he talks about coming into the land, when you come into the land, make sure you don't overlook that phrase. Because there is a reason for the phrase, and there is an importance to the phrase, and there is a message to the phrase. There's a message in the phrase. There is great truth in the phrase. And there's a reason why Yahuwah uses it when you come into the land.